Today, my name is MADEL CRUZ and I am from the Live Pure movement. And welcome to the Passion series of the Catholic Creative Conference. Today, we will be talking about To the Ends of the Earth, Maximizing Social Media Evangelization. Wow, grabe, diba? Social media. Alam nyo, 2002, naging uso yung Friendster, and ngayon, ibang-iba na talaga. Look how it evolved and how powerful it is now. And as creative people, as creative artists, we all know that social media is important nowadays. It transmits information, provides news and updates, and truly, when it is used properly by creative artists like you, it can really inspire people, and more so, it can change the world. A lot of people is in social media. Kaya, ang tanong ko, ikaw, nasan ka? If social media is our big canvas, my question is that, are you also painting in the right canvas? Because if we really want to maximize social media evangelization, and to evangelize people, we must go there where they are. My social media evangelization journey started when I became a missionary of the Live Pure movement. And as a missionary, I often observe na after the Live Pure Forum na ginagawa namin, so what we do, we share the message of chastity, of love, of relationship, and lead the young people to wait for the right time. So every after we finish the talk, we promote our social media accounts. And nalaman ko na it's part of the extension of our mission for the young people. Contents that we post in social media became supplementals to our Live Pure Fora. But later, as I became more exposed to the mission, I realized that it is more than an extension or a support for what we give to the young people. Na-realize ko that it is also a real mission, equally important to the physical forum that we give. I realized na it's another way on how we can connect directly to the young people and translate the message of chastity to them through social media. A lot of young people are in social media, and so we know na not all the contents in social media are, things that will lead them to the right path. Kaya importante na nandun din tayo. At first, there was only one member of our team who can create and edit posters, and also the one who manages the Facebook page that we have. But our dilemma as well is that all of us, including her, were always sent on mission. And it has been our struggle to maintain and maximize it. And so, during that time, I saw the need. I saw its relevance and its importance. So, when I felt that urge, it was really powerful. I felt the urge to help, to initiate, and to learn how to do it. So, that was the time I discovered my passion for social media evangelization. Na-realize ko na hindi pwedeng pabayaan lang. And I quote what Pope Francis says, that the great digital continent not only involves technology, but is made up of real men and women who bring with them their hopes, their suffering, their concerns, and their pursuit of what is true, beautiful, and good. At totoo yun, di ba, that we can use social media to feed the world with posters, pictures, songs, videos, and any content that will bring people into an encounter with Christ. We can use social media for the good it can offer to the church and to the whole world. Kasi ultimately, we are made for good. And just to share with you, so years passed, I became part of the media team of the Live Pure movement. I saw and experienced how daunting yet beautiful it is to really work behind the scenes. I was thirsty to learn more. I would often challenge myself to create something that I didn't know how. Kagaya ng pag may makita akong poster, I would be curious how the artist did that. And each time na hindi ko alam kung paano, i-research ko siya at itatry kong gawin. From Photoshop, I also learned how to create posters on Illustrator. And with that, na-awaken din yung love ko for drawing, ganyan. So, hiling mag-drawing, ganyan. To the point that I actually draw using a pen tablet. And recently, I also learned to do basic video editing. Ayun, basic lang naman in Premiere. And, the learning goes on. And I think that's how I was able to nurture and develop my passion for social media evangelization. And finally, when I became the media head, it pushed me to go out of my comfort zones and to really learn new things. Yan. Dati, iniisip ko lang gumawa ng poster eh. Pero, never to create contents or manage a page, ganyan. When I became a media head, that's when I became more sensitive on what content we must release. And I also learned to read statistics and to research more how to reach more young people through social media. I never thought I would be doing this in my life, pero I believe this has been the fruits of the Holy Spirit in me. And totoo, hindi siya madali. And there were a lot of, questions, doubts, struggles, which I will share with you. So at times, each act of obedience to God may feel like, a small death each day. Pero those things has, parang turned out to breathe a new life in me in ways I couldn't imagine. Na-realize ko that I am, set apart for a greater purpose, and so we are all set apart for a greater purpose. A purpose of, knowing God and making Him known to the social media world. And so, my dear fellow artists, I also encourage you to respond to the need that you see right now. Don't be afraid to accept this calling, because by accepting it, then you will be, experience God's leading of the Holy Spirit, and you'll never thought how much will be empowered and convicted to do it. Run with people who shares the same passion with you. Tigilan na natin yung hiding our gifts, yung tinatago pa natin at dinedeny natin yung mga gifts na meron tayo. Because God gave you this special gift kasi naniniwala siya that you are made for greater purpose. And maximizing social media evangelization is also maximizing what you know and the skills you have. So may we always have that thirst to learn something new. Also, may we be intentional in knowing the people that God is calling us to evangelize. Sana magkaroon tayo ng genuine burden for them. We have to feel them. And in that way, these people can be able to relate more in the good works that we create. Let's continue to be open to God and be humble to accept our weaknesses and the things that we cannot do. And the truth is, hindi naman talaga natin kaya lahat. Pero the good thing is that God leads humble souls who are willing to be led. So let's just surrender everything that is, holding us back. And let our generation mark this world with God's creativity. Pero to be candid with you, yung journey ko in this kind of calling ay hindi laging masaya. It is not always happy and victorious. There were a lot of struggles. When I knew that I would be assigned to be the media head, I was really hesitant. I was so afraid. I kept asking questions and say things like, will ba talaga to ni God sa akin? I can't make a difference. Masyado akong bata. Baka mag-fail ako. I'm not a leader. I'm not good enough for God to use me. Hindi ako content editor. I am only good at drawing and designing. I am a good follower pero hindi ko kayang mag-lead. I won't be able to manage this. At marami pang iba. But then through prayer, He made me realize that God doesn't want us to be an expert in order to become His instruments. Ang gusto lang niya, He just wants our yes and our willingness, and He will do the rest. After all, tungkol naman to sa Kanya hindi tungkol sa atin. Kagaya ko, you may feel uncertain about this. Hindi mo alam kung kakayanin mo ba, kung worth it ba to, may makakapansin ba ng mga post na yan, yung mga pinaghihirapang mong pictures, diba? Worth it pa ba yung pagla-livestream mo ng mass sa parishes nyo? May manonood o dadagdag pa ba yung viewers ng mga online shows na ginagawa nyo? Yes, we may not know everything, but believe that God is the unknown who knows everything. And He's the one working and leading us. Kaya what we don't know yet will meant to lead us to, dependence on Him. Kaya let's just intensify and deepen our relationship with God. Kasi He's the one who will sustain us and will give us the inspiration that we need each day. And at times you may also feel insecure and distracted, just like me. Especially when we think that our skills are very limited and we can't achieve what we want to do. Yan. But always be reminded that there's nothing to prove. Wala naman talagang dapat patunayan. And whenever I am afraid and insecure, nagdadasal ako. And it reminds me that this is about God and not me. And with that, I would always regain my confidence that comes from the truth that the creative spirit is within me. Kaya nawawala lahat ng takot. And, our good and creative God, may maganda din siyang plano sa atin to make Himself known through us. He gave us the Holy Spirit to reach the world in the unique and most beautiful way through social media. And as creative artists, we must also stop comparing kasi comparison will only consume us and will cripple us of our, abilities. So, let's help each other and build each other up. And lastly, sometimes we also get consumed with our fears and doubts. So, I plead and also telling myself that we need to quit doubting and start to pursue our gifts. Maniwala tayo na meron tayong creativity, na meron tayong regalo galing sa Diyos. Kasi our struggle will, either change us or crush us. So, instead of being paralyzed of fear, let's pray and commit our ways to the Lord at siya na yung bahala. Let's give our all without thinking of any entitlement and without complaining. Pinili tayo ng Diyos, so believe that we were built for this. One thing I've realized in doing the social media evangelization is that the more important the work is, expect mo na that there is more resistance na mararamdaman. And it's normal. Pero, I also experienced that yung akala kong big obligation, pwede palang maging beautiful experience that can actually fill our restless soul. So, my dear fellow artist, gusto ko lang sabihin na you have an artwork that no other artist can make. Kaya, these struggles, isipin natin that this is part of our journey to bring out the best in us. So, please, together, let's move forward. Ipakita natin na marami pa rin Catholic creative artists na kayang mag-show up ng creativity nila para evangelize yung maraming tao. Maniwala ka na isa kang creative artist. You have to embrace it. And in this social media world where there are a lot of fake news and negativity, it should compel us to saturate the social media with our creativity and lead people to something good. Kasi after all, we are all made for good. God gave us more than our own gifts, talents, and abilities. He gave us His very self in the person of the Holy Spirit so that faith, hope, and love will be shared. Mga kapatid, pinili ka ng Diyos. So believe that you are built for this. I realize na the more important the work is, i-expect na natin that the more resistance we will feel. And it's normal. Kaya, to you, my dear fellow artists, gusto ko lang sabihin na you have an artwork that no other artist can make. And these struggles are part of our journey to bring out the best in us. So together, please, let's move forward and let us continue to show up. Kasi sa totoo lang, pag tinatawag tayo ng Diyos, when God calls us, He equips, and His grace will always be enough, and He will be our strength. We live in a world where people's eyes and hearts are starving for God. And social media is one of the best places to evangelize. Now is your time, and now you are here for such a time as this. So seize this moment and never let it pass. We may find ourselves in this holy God-given passion burning inside our soul. But may we always remember that we are privileged. We might, have been given much, but just like Jesus, when He told us, to whom much has been given, much will be required. So let me end this sharing this talk with a quote from Saint Teresa of Avila. Yours are the hands, yours are the feet, yours are the eyes. You are His body. Christ is nobody now on earth but yours. So let God speak through your creativity in social media, and now more than ever, the world needs to see and encounter God through you, through your good works, through your arts, your songs, your videos, etc. And together, gamitin natin to sa social media to transform the world and evangelize people to the ends of the earth. And whatever we do, let's do it all for the glory of God. Thank you for being part of this session. Remember that you are made for good and you are made for good works. I hope that this talk sparks something in you, and I pray that you may also use your God-given passions to fulfill the mission He has entrusted to you. Make sure to watch the other talks in the Passion and Mission series as well. Thank you and God bless.